Sandwich. John Montagu, Earl of Sandwich. This 18th century aristocrat did not invent the sandwich, but as a keen card player, he often ordered his meat between two slices of bread to avoid getting the cards dirty. People started to ask for their food to be like sandwiches, and the new name was born. Mesmerize. The verb to mesmerize comes from Franz Mesmer, an Austrian physician living in the late 18th and early 19th century. He was one of the first to use hypnotism to help his patients. Diesel. Rudolf Diesel was a German engineer who invented the diesel engine. Diesel is now the word we use for a petroleum byproduct used to fuel diesel engines. Boycott. Charles Boycott was an English land agent working for a lord in Ireland. His job was to collect rents. A workers' group asked Boycott to reduce the rents, and of course he refused. Workers decided to use a non-violent form of protest which consisted of withdrawing all labour. When the media heard about this, they created a new verb, to boycott, although it was Boycott himself who was boycotted. Leotard. This is named after Jules Leotard. The tight-fitting garment that gymnasts wear today is named after Jules Leotard, a French trapeze artist. Ironically, the word leotard doesn't exist in French. Cardigan. The pullover with buttons that we know as cardigan got its name from James Brudenell, Earl of Cardigan. This military leader led the catastrophic charge of the Light Brigade during the Crimean War. Apparently, British soldiers wore buttoned waistcoats during this war. Macadam. John Macadam was a Scottish engineer and road builder who developed a new surface of road that was smooth and hard. Today, tar is used as a binding agent, and often we hear the word tarmac used instead of macadam. Maverick. Samuel Maverick was an American politician and landowner. The word maverick in English means someone who is independently minded, or chooses a different way of doing things. The story goes that Maverick refused to have his cattle branded because it was cruel. Unbranded cattle became known as mavericks. Frisbee. William Frisbee didn't invent the plastic disc that we know today. In fact, he had a baking company. Pies that were made by the Frisbee Baking Company came in metal dishes, and students at Yale University used the dishes to throw to each other. The company that was making the plastic discs decided to name their discs Frisbee, and they changed the spelling to a double E at the end. Wellingtons. Arthur Wellesley, Duke of Wellington, was most famous for defeating Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. He is said to have designed his own boots, which today are generally made of rubber or plastic, and are simply known as wellies.